All right, I want to show how we would graph supply and demand when we're starting with only the formulas that describe the supply and demand. Over here I have some equations that I got from the text during the chapter discussion. The quantity demanded was given as quantity demanded equals 15 minus 2 times the price. The quantity supplied minus 25 plus 8 times the price. Now to graph this, I just need to get the intercepts, the horizontal and vertical intercepts for each of those. Alright, so let me start with the demand curve and choose a price of 0 and calculate what quantity demanded would be when the price is 0. And that is 15 minus 2 times 0, that's 15. Quantity demanded is 15. Now let's see what price or quantity supplied would be when price is 0. Quantity supplied would be minus 25 plus 8 times 0, minus 25. But hold on a second here. I don't want to use a negative number for the quantity supplied because the lowest number in reality a supplier would be willing to supply would be 0. And this is a case where the mathematics are correct, but the reality of the situation is there is no negative supply. So I'm not going to use that point. I'll take that off, and I'll keep going. Now the other intercept for demand will be when quantity demanded is 0, what would my price be? So when quantity demanded is 0, I have 0 equals 15 minus 2p. When I do the algebra, and I end up with a price of 7.5. Let's just see if I can use that point now for the quantity supplied, 7.5. So quantity supplied is equal to minus 25 plus 8 times 7.5. So that's minus 25 plus 60. That's a number of 35. So since supply is a positive number, I can use that point. I need to get one more point, 2 points to make a line. Let's pick the point where the quantity supplied is equal to 0. The quantity supplied is equal to 0 equals, so that would be 0 equals minus 25 plus 8p. When I do the algebra, I get a price of 3.125. Alright, so now I've got the data I need. I've got the two axes for each of those equations. So now let me make the chart. I insert, I go to the scatter diagram, pick the one with lines, and I go to select data because I have to build this. So we're going to add, series name will be quantity demanded, put that in there like that. Now we select the data under quantity demanded, which is those 2 points. Got that. And now we pick the two for price that correspond with those, and we have our demand curve. Let's add the supply curve in now. Supply curve would be that for my label. And now I pick my data, which is going to be these 2 points right here. And my price data would be these 2 points here. And I have it. Alright, so what we have is the supply-demand curves for the equations that we have up above there in the left corner. So what it shows us is that equilibrium is going to occur at a price of $4, and the quantity supplied, if I come down and look, looks to be like around 7. Okay, so I have graphically created that. Now let's do it algebraically. To do it algebraically, to find equilibrium, we need to set each equation equal to each other because that's basically what it is. The quantity supplied equals the quantity demand at equilibrium. Therefore, if I set those two equations equal to each other and solve them algebraically, I'll find the equilibrium numbers. So when I do that, it's 15 minus 2p equals minus 25 plus 8p. And when I do my math, I find, take 25, add it to both sides, I get 40 on this side, add that 2p over there, I get 10p. 10p equals 40, price equals 40 divided by 10, So the price at equilibrium is 4, just like I've shown here, and I have confirmed that the quantity is 7. So 4 and 7 is the equilibrium price and quantity for those equations. Now, let's say I get a new demand curve, quantity demanded new, which is equal to 20 minus 2p. Well, all I need to do is get a new demand curve. Supply stayed the same. So let's pick price equals 0 and put it into this equation. Quantity demanded new would be 20 minus 0 equals 20. And now make this 0 and calculate what price is. And 0 equals 20 minus 2p. Price equals 10. When you do the algebra, price equals 10. So now let's add that. I'll click on this, go to design, get select data, add another data point. The data point I'm adding is the new demand curve. And here is the data for quantity. And I do price over here. And now I have a shifted demand curve. Demand has shifted up, increased. Increasing demand moves away from the origin. Decreasing demand moves towards the origin. So I have a new equilibrium. And it looks to me like that new equilibrium is, geez, I don't know, maybe here's 5 in the middle, so that's halfway up to that. So I'd say it's 4.5. I bring that down, it looks like 11. Okay? But I can go over here algebraically and do that algebra again, where it's going to be 20 minus 2p equals that identical supply curve of minus 25 plus 8p. I end up with 45 equals 10p. The price at equilibrium with the new demand curve, that's what that PEN means, is 4.5. The quantity at equilibrium with the new demand curve is 11. So that's how I do that. You have a homework problem similar to that, but I wanted you to know how you get these graphs done from formulas. Okay? If you have any questions, please bring it to the forum. Thank you.